Welcome back to Romantasy Chaos HQ, the pod. We are Avery and Xavier Harleston, healthcare professionals by day, romantasy theorists, and aspiring authors by night. Today we are covering the epigraph from Fourth Wing, Chapter 30. This is your warning. There will be spoilers for the entire Empyrean series. If you have not read all 3 books, it may be time to turn back. We are not rated E for everyone. Xavier has a degree in cussing and is not afraid to use it. We will discuss any and all adult topics covered in these books. We like a challenge, so we tackle each epigraph without prepping, placing it into context for the whole series, not just the chapter or book it's tied to. But you don't have to take it cold, so here is our post-recording one-sentence summary of the chapter. Violet and Xaden give in to their undeniable chemistry. R.I.P. Armoire. Xaden finally opens up about the scars on his back, and Violet gets her first wielding lesson from Carr, leading Tyrion to question if he should get the wing leader, and Xaden to share his sexy mental highlight reel from the night before. There are 6 minutes on the clock and Fourth Wing lore almost as hot as the events that led to Violet's armoire breaking. So, don't blink, don't scroll, don't let Tyrion distract you. We have 360 seconds to blow your mind.
And go.
Though not forbidden, cadets are strongly encouraged not to develop strong romantic attachments while studying in the quadrant for the efficiency of the unit. Article 5, Section 7, the Dragon Riders Codex.
Wow.
Okay. So let's start with this. Let's start with this whole thing because I think we need to get into it at some point, and I can't wait till Onyx to do it. Chapter 1, Fourth Wing. Okay, Chapter 1 of Fourth Wing has set us up for everything that's going to happen in Onyx Storm. We know you don't bring up the fact that riders get to marry sooner than people in other divisions of the military while they are lieutenants, while they're only lieutenants, without that coming into play. I mean, that's Chekhov's gun right there, right? So we should have seen this one coming. If you didn't see it coming, I guess we weren't paying attention. But what's interesting is we do get the epigraph in Onyx that after graduation, rider lieutenants can marry whomever they choose, but cadets are not able to marry, right? So between the Codex and the Code of Conduct, which we know riders only follow the Codex, but they're, while in the quadrant, could still be held to the Code of Conduct for the War College. They're not supposed to be getting married. No one in riders, infantry, scribes, no cadets are supposed to be getting married. And we have a theory about why that is.
How did we had 75% of the book to get to this point, and we just went hardcore into theory, not bomb chicka wow wow. But yes, we definitely absolutely believe that they broke Codex by getting married because Violet is a cadet, and it's very clear that cadets are not supposed to marry, and superior officers should not be able to force women to marry them. 100%.
Superior officers should not be marrying students. Period. Cadets are students. They should not be getting married because the power dynamic is such that you cannot. We, of course, as the reader, know, of course, Xaden and Violet love each other. There was no coercement here.
Well, they're not even allowed to date when they're at the quadrant together, let alone
they're not supposed to form romantic attachments.
Well, no, but when Xaden is a professor, they're like, partially.
Yeah, exactly. Xaden as a professor was not supposed to be having any contact with a student in that way. And these rules make sense. If we were to take it out of this fantasy world, we would absolutely agree that even though they are consenting adults, when there are power dynamics, such as you have between superior ranking officers, whether someone is still a cadet or even a lower ranking officer, where that person is in their chain of command, like these power dynamics, whether it's a student professor, the power dynamics are such that it makes sense to institutionally have rules in place to protect the person who's not in a position of power. If Sloane had married Melgren, no one would be standing around saying, it's okay because Melgren's an officer, he can marry whoever he wants. They would have been like, what the fuck? She's a cadet. How did he force her? They would have said they had to be coerced. It would potentially have ruined his career. It would not ever have just been something that people accepted and it was okay, even if it wasn't someone who was the as high ranking as Melgren. And so it really concerns me. It bothers me when people just dismiss that these protections are put in place for people who are in positions.
I mean, there's an absolute ban on it so that General Atos cannot come to the squad and say, look, if Imogen marries me, I won't send you to your deaths.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, that's why it exists.
If you don't marry me, I will do X, Y, and Z. Yes.
So, I mean, there's a clear power dynamic there that is preventing it. And yes, I completely agree that, lots of spoilers, but the end of Onyx Storm is a complete break of Codex. I don't know that it really matters that the crazy venting guy broke Codex, though.
I don't think it matters for Xaden. I think it matters for Violet. Now, of course, as a cadet, Violet's discipline falls to her wing leader, who is Dane. And of course, there's not going to be any repercussions from this from Dane.
Well, it does say that, but it does actually go the whole way up to, Dane's dad as the final decision maker if he's not happy with happy with Dane's punishment. But yes, I mean, this epigraph completely sets up the end of Onyx Storm and foreshadows, what's going to happen to those two. And it's going to be problematic in book 4.
Yes. It does not in any way detract from the fact that they love each other. For us to acknowledge that when people in positions of power when we dismiss the issues that are presented here as it's no big deal because they love each other, and we don't look at this systematically, then that's on us as a reader.
That's our time.
That's our time. Did we blow your minds? Let us know in the comments. And remember, we love you. Stay out of the clouds, off the ice, and come back to us. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Remember, lore lovers, fantasy fanatics, and good girls, like, rate, review, subscribe, and share.